And this is A&B Convo's Wrestling Edition.
Gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's your boy AJB, Becky, A&B Combos, Wrestling Edition. But you already knew that because you're here. And we got Bone Crusher, our channel mascot.
I thought she was going to say hello. But
yeah, we thought she was going to say hello. I don't know what happened there. I'm afraid, first and foremost, I want to make sure we're looking okay. We're sounding okay. Sometimes it starts off a little fuzzy, and then it clears up. I think that was the case. I think we look okay. I think we sound okay.
Got something in my eye.
You all right?
Oh.
There we go. Get
Thanks.
that right out.
I appreciate that.
What's going on, people? So good to see you guys. It'd be the intro we saw. I mean, look, man, we're going to talk about that a little bit, but let's just be honest. I know pro wrestling is a little bit of a dance. All right. It's a little bit of a dance, and sometimes your dance partner don't really work with you. Overall, their match was kind of booty.
Yeah, that's probably the worst match I've seen Charlotte have. I don't know what the heck was going on. But our main thing is, I understand that you could have a misstep here or there. I understand it's not going to always be perfect, but there's something that we say every time, which is you could feel if you don't connect. You could feel if they don't touch you at all. If they don't touch you at all, don't sell it, because we're not going to buy it. We can see. That's it.
But even above and beyond that, though, and I'm sorry to interrupt, Charlotte ducked.
To miss it.
To intentionally miss it. She specifically ducked to miss it. And she did miss it, but the head came back on the little bit of the knee, the foot came back a little bit on the head. And then she's all natty-fied. I don't want to get onto it. I'm just saying. It was a glaring situation.
And we thought it was important to point it out because we do give Natty a hard time. We give Shayna a hard time. We give others a hard time.
Everybody has
And as much as we are fans of Charlotte Flair,
woo!
That was awful.
Woo! Woo! First in line, as always, we want to give some shouts to the people here because we would be nothing without you. Hashtag fax circle send message. First in line, Jedi Knight. I'm sorry. We'd be nothing. Jedi Knight 88. We acknowledge you. It's good to see you in here, Jedi Knight Joe Davidian.
Welcome. Welcome, Joe.
It's good to see you in here as well. I know you're probably talking about some Brock, and I don't know what else we got going on. Mary, how are you, Mary? Good to see you, Mary. You can see that right there. We got Mary in the house. Good to see you, Jaden Winchester.
Hey, Jaden, what's up?
You already know. For everybody that's just joined us, come on in.
Come on in. The water's just fine.
Plenty of room for everybody. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Who else we got? Isaiah Smalls.
Hey, Isaiah Smalls. Yeah.
Juicy. Good
Some
to
of y'all
see you in
names
here.
Just make us dance. You know how it is.
They do. Good to see you. Who else we got up in here?
You just went over King Swag, yo.
Where's King Swag? Did I miss King Swag?
You just passed him. I saw him in there.
King Swag.
I know you're going fast, but I caught him real quick. You don't see him? No. Go back. There he is.
King
there he
Swag.
is. I see you, King Swag.
Good to see you in here as well. Don't mean to to gloss over you. I apologize. Who else we got up in the house? Well, we got to get going. Nation of Domination.
Hey, Nation of Domination.
Because we don't want to take up too much of your time. It's a Sunday night, Saturday night's live event on Sunday. And I think we got all our videos up.
Hey, Carmelina. Yes.
I think we got our reactions up. Carmelina, how are you? Good to see you as well. Sophie Dovey, the OG.
The OG.
Neptune X.
Hey, Neptune.
What's going on, Neptune
got
X?
Some members up in the house.
Your thoughts on Rey Mysterio being the first inductee to the Hall of Fame?
Awesome.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you. He's on the active roster, so that is a little surprising.
But I really think he's only on the active roster because his son is there and they're just kind of giving him that time. Because Rey was kind of retired and then came back.
My man can still go.
He can still go, but like for the most part, you know, he's earned it. He's had a lifelong career. Just because he's still in there doesn't change the fact that he's had a lifelong career worthy of a Hall of Fame.
I like how they're working it into the storyline.
For sure.
I really do. I still feel some type of way. If you've seen our Legado del Fantasma versus Judgment Day reaction, I feel some type of way about Legado being faces. I don't like it. I don't trust it. And I'm just waiting for Santos to turn on Rey and drop him like a bad habit. I'm telling you it's going down. It makes me uneasy every time I see it. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to it. Michael Tolbert, how are you? Good to see you as well. Zay, what's going on, Zay?
Hey, Zay.
Oh, man, we got some folks in here. We got George Lowry. What's going on, George? Good to see you as well. Thank you for stopping in. Nico Thompson.
Hey, Nico.
Hey.
Hey.
What up, Aries?
Hey, Aries.
Hey, I know I would have a good win streak teaming up with a guy that would help me 100% when they Raw Tag Team Championships. Who would be a good partner for me? And I want both of your honest opinions.
In NXT or on the main roster? I mean,
a good tag team partner for you. You know what? Madcap can go.
Madcap can go. I really wish that they would figure out what to do with Madcap, man.
Yeah, he can.
They didn't really need to break up him and Corbin. That was the thing that we talk about with them breaking up people prematurely. Because you didn't really know what to do with Corbin. You didn't really know what to do with Madcap. So you didn't really need to break them up.
Yeah, a little push. Madcap had a little push. There was a glimmer of hope. They pulled it back. I like Madcap.
You know, but I also don't know why Elias is never really... Elias is a big dude. And he can move. But he's always just... Like, has he even ever won a match?
Just team him with Rick Boogs. That, my friends, is your new tag team champions right there, baby.
Does Rick Boogs still go here?
Yes, he does.
Does he?
Yes, he does. He's back. He's better than ever.
Okay.
Show some respect. Show some respect.
I wasn't being disrespectful.
Rick Boogs. Rick Boogs, baby. What's up, Wesley Franklin? Good to see you as well.
Hey, Wesley Franklin.
We got some folks in here. I love it. I like the intro.
Next, right?
Appreciate that. I did. I mean, the intro, it was what it was. We just had to poke a little fun. We saw it. We're like, I mean, you know, we can see you, right?
But you know, the thing is, I like Schatzi, and I feel like she has a lot of potential, but she is still green. But
right.
And maybe they moved her up a little too fast. But that was on Charlotte. That was clowning Charlotte because Charlotte ducked.
She ducked.
And then reacted to something that didn't really happen.
Didn't happen.
So that was on her. That particular.
But perhaps we'll have her on the
there.
show one day and we'll talk about it. We'll bring it up. You know, I don't know. Tank Wilson, we're good. How are you?
Hey, Tank.
Good to see you as well. So, folks, like I said, we're not going to take up too much of your time. GSO X Wyland Dan, how are you? Good to see you. Are you playing WWE 2K23? No, but about to get a new PS station, possibly, maybe. So we may be very well playing that very soon.
Yeah.
So I usually like to play when I'm doing my stationary bike, my exercising, right? So I like to usually play. I'm real big on fighting games and shooting games.
Yeah.
It gets the cardio through pretty quickly.
It's just a matter of us having the time to get to learn the game and to play the game. Because right now we just film and edit outside of work almost all the time. We have to watch, film, and edit when we're not working. So once we don't have to work full-time jobs anymore, we do plan on working that into the repertoire.
Right now our lives are here with you.
Right.
And we would not have it any other way. Shayla! What's going on, Shayla? Nico, we are grateful for you as well.
Yes.
Hey, Anthony, good to see you as well. We got a lot of people in here. I love it. Ashton G, we got the shouts.
You know, Anthony with the rose. Hey, Ashton makes me
Charlotte
think
Osman.
of the Latino lovers. Where they at?
The Latino, hey. Olale, I tell you right now, where's the Latino lovers?
Angel Garza.
I'm right here, baby. American me. Bet the wire. Bet the wire. No more locked doors. Gracias.
I'm bilingual. There's a difference.
Okay, there's your Latin lover right there.
No, honestly, like I don't understand where Angel Garza is.
I don't know. I really don't know. The Los Lotharios, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what.
It was like they brought Fantasma de la Caca Fantasma up, and it was like, oh, we can't have too many Latinos on the same show.
Yeah,
because I don't understand.
Truth be told,
because they're so talented. They got the look. I love their lover thing. I think it's so cute. I just don't understand. You replace them with the Maxim models or what?
I don't know. Aries, is your first time here, so typing is. You don't need to apologize. Thank you for joining in. We really do appreciate it. We have a good time here. We're all family here. No judgments here. We got moderators in here. So anybody gets out of line, out of pocket, out of here. That's how it goes. I put on my referee shirt, which I probably will wear next.
Oh, yeah.
No, you know what? I think Los Lotharios should go to NXT at this point. I think they've got a lot of tag team landscape over there.
And be tag team champs.
If you're not going to absorb them into a tag team division, if the Usos right now are just holding all the gold and nobody else is getting it, we had the tag team tournament going on. I don't know what's happening with the tag team division on the main roster. I say going to NXT.
Yeah.
Plenty of action over there.
Because you can't just have them missing an action for like 6 weeks in a row. That's insane. Do they go here? Did you fire them? I don't know what's going on, but I don't like when they just keep people in catering for that long, because you're kind of burying them, and it's not fair.
Well, that's what I'm saying. For weeks we had a lot of people who were getting that return.
Right.
Triple H made that call, and I got to tell you, things have changed. Certain people have kind of cooled off a little bit. We don't get a whole lot of me chin
going on.
I was just
thinking that too.
I just
they're not giving her any kind of push.
I don't. Luke, Gallows and Anderson.
Just because AJ's gone, you couldn't even figure out anything to do with them. And if you will separate these belts, you would have something for these tag teams to do.
This is what I'm saying, man. It's all coming to a head. I feel at WrestleMania. I don't know about the Usos, but you want to get into this business to wear some gold around your waist at least once in your career. You want something to fight for. So I'm not really sure what's happening right now, except on NXT. We watch NXT. We see, generally speaking, banger after banger after banger. They've got some great, not only great storylines, they film things in very interesting ways.
Bang.
This is a family show. Don't scare up Aries. He's new here. We apologize, Aries. We didn't mean to scare you off about that. It's a family show. It was good to see you as well. That'd be good if did Brandon. Yep. Rose make B remember me. That Rose make B remember me. Oh, okay. All right. What do you think? I think I can see Jay turning the room. Yeah, so let's talk about this. I don't want no grilled cheese, LOL. See you next Friday. See, y'all know what we're doing.
Don't Larry know.
We do that all the time. So let me put it up.
Hey, Jody.
What up, Jody? Woo! Good to see you, Jody. So right here, Jey Uso. Usi. I don't know how Usi he's feeling nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
The big question is he really a Judas in disguise? He said, I'm with you, Sami. I trust you, Sami. I hug you, Sami. And then, boom, super kick Sami to the ground.
But it is so obvious that he is not about to just be cool with Roman. Unless he's just, no.
Hey, OG, where the Tribal Chief at? Go get the Tribal Chief.
Yeah, because bottom line is that you sat there from home and listened to Roman Reigns threaten your brother. And what he was saying is, this is my twin, this is my blood. But I think that, and everybody was chanting Jey's name, and now people are booing him. I think he wants to go back to people chanting his name again. So
look, when he hugged Sami, the crowd
turn.
exploded. When he super kicked Sami down to hell, you saw the people.
The people were like,
it was Home Alone.
I mean, I think somebody fainted.
But I'm telling you, my soul says I don't trust it. My soul says Jey's got something up his sleeve.
Yeah,
I feel like he is going to be the catalyst to Roman possibly losing at WrestleMania.
I think you're right.
I don't want to go there yet. We got our prediction show we're going to do in a couple of weeks, but Jey is not settled. He is not settled. Right? Is it just me? Something going on with Jey, and Jimmy can sense it too. He's just like, pull up. You all right, dog?
All right. He's like, what you gonna say next? Are we good? Okay.
They didn't put this on the script.
Right.
Read that right there, bro. You know what I mean? Jey's, I don't know. How do y'all feel about it? How do you feel about it, Dro? You think
Triple H
is head of creative still, Vince can't interfere, Triple H draw plans?
I hope that's true. I mean, I believe that is true. I agree with you, and I hope it stays that way.
How long do we become full-time YouTubers? You know, that depends on y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We got to reach a certain level. Look, I'm sure there's another YouTuber out there y'all probably heard of. We watch fellow New Yorker, JD from New York, and his numbers are high all the time.
Do we watch him?
I watch him. He goes live at like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'm watching over there.
And he'll get 25,000 views. He's been doing this for several years, longer than we have. We'll get there. We need the subscribers. We got to get the views that got to be up. You know, we're in it to win it. We've had some adversity. WWE will occasionally ding our stuff. Copyright here, copyright there. Video gets pulled. We got to edit it.
And lately we haven't been getting as many views. And I don't think it's necessarily us per se. I mean, we'll get them like, you know, you'll get them on the Sami and Jey or on the Roman and Cody. And then, you know, we upload a video, you know, like the Fatal 5-Way. Sometimes we don't even break 1,000 views. So, you know, we're doing the best that we can. But, you know, like you said, it just depends on, you know, when we could get out there more, we could get the word, we could get more fans and things like that. So
we're hoping. We're
no,
hoping.
we believe.
We're
we just don't know what the timetable is, because some people will blow up overnight and then they'd be like, dang, I got to quit my job in a couple of weeks.
We're trying to get in.
People take 6-7 years. I mean, we don't know.
We're trying to get into the interview space. We're reaching out to certain performers to come on the show, people that we know you would love to see, some old school, some new school. So we're trying to branch out a little bit. We're even
looking into press passes. We can go backstage and interview the stars. We're
going to the Hall of Fame ceremony. So, I mean, we're trying. And we honestly, we started from nothing. We were pond scum. And you guys built us up into something. We were the amoeba crawling out of the ocean, if you're into that. But we were a single cell organism. And now look at us, YouTube giants of the world. And we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, but we got to get some more people. So tell a friend, anybody that's new, Aries, tell a friend, you ain't gonna see nobody on YouTube like this. It'll get no better than this. Oos, tell your friend to pull up. I'm sorry.
Got a little carried away.
Jey Uso is the undercover Judas. So says Isaiah Smalls. What I tell you. I know he's loyal to his brother. That's the whole thing. Roman over here talking about, I'm going to take it out on your brother if you don't show up.
Exactly.
So he shows up. how you supposed to take that. But keep in mind, man, Jey had a great rivalry, brief as it may have been, with Roman, and he was beaten into submission. I'm telling you, it's just like old boy on Game of Thrones.
Jey was willing to die to not submit, but Jimmy came in and submitted for him.
And he fell in line. I'm saying
that was some years ago.
I'm saying like the dude in Game of Thrones that was tortured to death, to be damn near to death, into submission. But he was still him inside, and he came back around at the end.
Right, and that is the point. And to Zay's point, I think that Solo will stick with his brothers, his actual brothers.
Well, why Solo not on Smack? Why was he? You seen Solo?
No, I don't like that they got Solo missing in action unless Roman's around. I don't like that at all.
I'm telling you, it's no good.
They need to not take advantage of or miss how important his presence is.
And again, this is WrestleMania season. It should be in the contract. You show up every week. I don't even necessarily care if you don't go out to the ring. I expect to see Roman every freaking week at SmackDown, even if he's just chilling backstage with Paul Heyman. Huh? The tribal chief and the wise man just sucking down some tribal water, watching stuff on the TV.
Look at Sophie Dopey. Hit the like, subscribe, and join the family. Thanks, Sophie Dopey.
Bam, you're going to get that shot right there.
That's right.
You're going to get that shot right there. There you go. We appreciate that. And, of course, you guys are great. A&B, thank you, Mary. We appreciate that. Seriously, we would not be here without you. All right, you guys showed up, and we thank you for that. So you watch JD, Sophie. So, JD from New York, he's got a little bit of, people from New York, there's a little bit of edge to people from New York. I'm from New England. I was born there in one of the boroughs, grew up in a neighboring state. So I have a little bit of, even keel, a little temperament that's a bit calmer than your average New Yorker, and sometimes I just lower my voice a little bit and I just say, what's going on, everybody? It's DJ AJ, and we are here, AEW Combos Wrestling Edition. We're going to talk about some Roman Reigns and WrestleMania. We're coming back at you after these commercials.
This is not a late night love show, fool.
Right? Okay, point taken. But my point is that he's got a little bit of edge to him. People kind of dig it. We're thinking about getting a little edgier, maybe doing some Jerry Springer.
Wow.
Right? Jerry.
Well, first of all, I'm not from New York, and I am the one who's a little rough around the edges out of the two of us. And I definitely could be edgier, but I also, I'm not trying to be obnoxious either, and I can be.
She can be.
But,
but we want to be ourselves ultimately.
Yeah.
And we just hope that you all like and respond to that. And so far, so good. So we appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that. You're going to WrestleMania, SmackDown, and Raw. Dro, we are jelly. And I think Isabella, because I believe
wait a minute. You're going to WrestleMania and SmackDown. So you're going to Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Is that what you're saying? Because first of all, somebody came out of pocket for that because we know how much that's cost. But so does that mean obviously you'll be at the Hall of Fame as well? Because
Mike said, the pimping. Huh? How you doing? Doesn't matter. Get the dough.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're not gonna steal from Money Mike.
Don't be sorry.
I mean, if SummerSlam was in Saudi, here's the question. Vince McMahon talking about a $9 billion price tag for WWE. I asked this question. I had a conversation with Just Alex a while back. I'm really, other than Vince just wanting to literally kill his own creation, which I don't know why, I don't understand why he is so intent on selling WWE. It's not like WWE was in trouble. Well, it was under his management, but it was flourishing just fine. The numbers went up. People were coming back. All was right in the kingdom. a professional wrestler until my man decided to pop back in, play big boss man, fire people, implant himself, and I say I'm going to go ahead and sell for $9 billion? What?
Just so you could be richer and just because you don't want no one else to have it. He's like a toddler who doesn't want to share. Mine!
I mean, I don't know what WWE is worth. I'm not going to go so far as to say $9 billion. That's like Dr. Evil, 100 trillion for $1 billion. I mean, no. But really, the Saudis have it. There was rumors that they wanted to buy it.
Well, once the board, once shareholders start getting together and got lawyered up, he changed his tune. That's why nothing has been sold yet.
I just don't know why I don't understand, dude. Like, leave it alone. This is all about your massive ego. And I just don't get it. You built this thing up, you made it what it was, and I gotta give you credit for that. But at this point, leave it alone. Like, you left.
Yeah.
Your own words, time to retire.
Mm-hmm.
Not time to take a break and I'll be back in 6 months to run roughshod and run my daughter out of here.
Right.
If you had said that, at least we would have been like, okay, 2 more months to go.
Mm-hmm.
You just dropped the bomb on us.
He should be in the Hall of Fame for worst father.
I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying.
You know, that's funny, Brandon, that you said that, because I was just wondering when I saw that they were doing the Batista and Triple H rivalry that was coming up, that I was wondering if they were going to induct Batista into the Hall of Fame.
I think they should.
I think they should too.
I think they absolutely should. I think Batista deserves it. Although I really wish he would have won his last match, but I get it. Again, I've said it before. It's this formulaic thing with WWE that you got to do the bow out and whatever.
Yeah.
You know, change the game.
Right.
My man could have won.
Time to change the game.
With that first Super Chat of the night. Thank you very much, Neptune X. We appreciate you. How do y'all feel about the rumor of Solo versus Roman?
Man. I mean, I think that's like, you know what I mean? I mean, yeah, dude, like
I'm gonna tell you right now, Solo ain't on his level. Solo's good,
but not yet.
He ain't on his level. I think it'd be a hell of a fight. Solo's a street champion. I think it'd be a good matchup. Nah, bro. You got a little bit of, you see what behind the ear, breath still smelling like Similac.
Yeah. I mean, it would be good, but I don't know.
But that might happen. I mean, here's my next question. Post WrestleMania, what will we be looking at for the bloodline? Will the bloodline still be intact? Will Jey Uso betray Roman? Is Sami going to get involved? I still say there's a possibility of a triple threat. I still say there's a possibility of maybe Sami and Roman on one night, Cody and Roman on another night. But I mean, after this, because all this has been building up, culminating, it got to the point where you actually had Cody Rhodes leave the company that he helped birth to come back home to get that title. Once WrestleMania is all said and done, I know we got other pay-per-views and whatever, but I mean, what are we talking about with the bloodline? How much further can they extend this? How much longer can the Usos hold on to the Unified Tag Team Championships?
I'm saving all of that for the prediction show. You're going too far in advance. I can't go post WrestleMania when I haven't even given my WrestleMania predictions.
I mean, it's just food for thought, because I'm saying we've been all in on this bloodline train for a minute.
Yeah.
And let's just take the bloodline out of WWE for a second. What else we got? What else are we talking about? Let's think about this for a second. On Raw, even on SmackDown.
Well, first of all, okay, now
that's to this level.
We cannot sleep on Drew and Sheamus.
Oh,
and for once, the Viking Raiders are something to behold. You cannot sleep on the Viking Raiders anymore. We have since day one slept on the Viking Raiders because we were not feeling them. They have been able to step up to a whole nother level. However, the Drew and Sheamus thing, if you saw our review and reaction for that, we like them together. They are so strong together. They have a history of friendship, and we don't want to see them go down that road again. So, you know, we're really hoping that this is, and you know, I'm just hoping that, yes, they're going to fight next week to see who faces them. I think somehow that's going to end in a draw.
I'm okay with it.
Because I do think this is going to end up in a triple threat at WrestleMania. I think they both need to. I think that would just make that much more exciting of a match to be in there with Gunther. I do ultimately hope that Sheamus gets it, but I'll explain why if we get that far if we have the triple threat match. But already we have them facing each other again next week, and I feel like we have seen them beat the hell out of each other so many times. They're so good together, but Sheamus is a hothead.
I want to see a triple threat match at WrestleMania. I think that would be fire, and I want to see Sheamus cover Drew to get the win. Because that'll save face for Gunther. He can move on with Imperium, do something else. Maybe they'll run it back later. But we need to get this Drew Sheamus thing settled. Like you said, they're better together than apart.
And that would be good because Drew always won in their battles before, which is probably some of this with Sheamus. So Sheamus does need to get one in so he could have a win in. So Drew wasn't always winning. And then I think that if that happened, that Drew would ultimately shake his hand afterwards because Drew will be a bigger man like that. Sheamus will not.
And that's what has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's what has to happen to keep this friendship together. I loved him in the Brawling Brutes. It's just, you need strong faces. And that's my issue with Legado del Fantasma. Is the problem is going back to formulaic stuff, generally speaking, depending on the face, they lose. And so far, Santos and Legado, they're on a losing streak. I'm fine. I don't love it. I'll get over it with them being faces. But y'all got to get some wins in. You got to.
Oh, thank you, Rickardy.
And I don't even care if Charlotte not Charlotte, if Rhea Ripley is involved in it or not. I know you want to make her look strong, and I want to talk about that in a second, because her and Charlotte's interaction at the end of that match was more exciting than the match. Kind of. But I don't want Legado to look like a bunch of jobbers just because they turn face. Because there goes their momentum. They were not losers in NXT.
Right.
This is what I'm saying. NXT, everybody hits. You come over to the main roster, then you start changing them.
Yeah.
Then nobody asks you to change them, but I don't know.
King Swag Roman isn't dropping nothing. It's not good to You know, I mean, the reality is, you know dang well that I am all in on Roman all day. However, all title runs come to an end at some point. That's just the reality. Now, maybe they'll just take one belt away, but I mean, I feel like at some point they got to break these belts back up. So maybe that we'll figure that out by WrestleMania. Maybe an announcement will come in that, you know, that we're going to be splitting these titles up and be fighting for one night, one the other, something like that. Mm-hmm. But I do not think, I think at some point you have to have Roman drop the titles because everyone has to at some point. Nobody's going to be champ forever, and especially when he's a part-timer.
Exactly, and I don't like it.
That's reality.
And I've said my piece on him being a part-timer. Okay.
Yes.
I don't agree with it. Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Hey,
Queen Ashley 35. Thank you very much.
Hey, Queen Ashley. Hi.
That is awesome.
Oh, thank you.
We appreciate that. Kill Dixon, what's going down? Let's see what some of the people say. Let's take it to the people.
To the people.
That's what Vince believes is worth. Vince is out of his mind. He's out of his mind. He's out of his mind.
That.
But he moved all the pieces so that basically he is the alpha and the omega, which is crazy, and everybody else is going along for the ride.
You know what, Jody? I mean, yeah, I wouldn't. We're at this point, you know, I don't know if Jey is going to turn on the whole bloodline as much as Jey is just going to turn on Roman. And I mean, I think Mary said that she feels like maybe they'll try to oust Roman and just have the bloodline without him. Maybe, because the reality is Jey has a backing. Mm-hmm. I mean, when Jey was missing, people were chanting for Jey. And
Jey was missing. No, Jey was missing.
Jey was missing. Jey was missing while Sami.
Oh, you're talking about now?
Yeah, no.
When Jimmy
just a couple weeks ago, when they were attacking Sami, and the crowd all started chanting Jey, and Roman was like, "I want Jey too. Right. He's not here because of you." The whole crowd was chanting for Jey. Right. So I'm saying that Jey can have a serious backing. He had a backing when he fought him last time, and if he embraces Sami, everybody will be behind him. So it would be kind of crazy for them not to have Jey do that at this point.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder, and I really want to see the interaction he has with Roman Reigns. This is another reason why I'm saying he's got to be there every week.
We couldn't wait for him to come back to see how he was going to react to Sami, but we still haven't seen that. So crazy.
This is not the time to be part-time in it during WrestleMania season. You cannot possibly tell me that you don't have the time to show up every week. You don't have to go and wrestle. You don't have to do much of nothing. Just give us something. This is the build to the grandest stage of them all, 2-night event. Show up.
And Mary, I agree with you. I like Cody. I loved him in AEW, and I like him over here, but I didn't know if I was going to like the same thing, like if I was really going to connect with him, or if it was just going to fade away. But I feel like over time, I'm liking him more. And I feel like when he came out, first of all, you come out by yourself to two people and call them out, be like, say it to my face, basically. I'm all about it. I love it. I love that I just love it. I love how they're playing this out. And it's great that they had to interact him and Sami. They had to intertwine.
No, they had to do it. That's fine. Mm-hmm. But Sami is not, at least as of right now, Sami's not facing Cody at WrestleMania. It's Cody facing Roman Reigns. So I'm saying it's fine that Cody's interacting with the bloodline, right, minus Paul, minus Solo, minus Roman, but you got to have him some way, somehow.
I mean,
messing
honestly,
with Roman.
Honestly, you even let's say that you can't get Roman because he's part-timer to show up every week, even when it's WrestleMania season, right? I mean, we got a couple weeks to WrestleMania. You can't get him to show up every week, but there is such a thing as just filming and putting stuff in. So you could have filmed and made it look like Roman was in the back and that he was going to come out and it was like, you know what? He could wait till next week. Exactly. Or, you know what? I got things to do, whatever. And he walks off and makes Jey even madder or something. You know what I mean? Like,
or how about this? Like they did with Edge and Seth Rollins when Seth filmed himself in their house.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying Roman needs to go to his house, but I'm saying,
but there's a way
you can film stuff.
There's a way to allude to make us think Roman was there on some capacity. But instead, they teased the fact that he was going to be there, made it seem like he was there, made it seem like Jey and Jimmy thought he was there, and then he just at the end of the night you realize he's not there at all.
There you go. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And then you want to take a back seat. That's all well and good, man. You got 4 weeks. Mm-hmm. We're asking for 4 weeks of your time, which is one of the reasons why I was so mad about The Rock not having the time to show up. I'm not in ring shape. We've seen Lita not in ring shape, and now she's one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions. Mm-hmm. By your own admission, you said you're never leaving the WWE again. Anybody that saw the John Cena Rock rivalry, even John Cena made fun of him for saying you said you would never leave, and yet we got nothing. We're literally having WrestleMania in your backyard, and we got nothing. Nothing.
Yeah. Zay, I believe that wasn't Tegan on last week? I thought she was on last week and fought. Actually, might have even got injured. I thought she fought. I thought she got attacked in the back, or was that Candace that got attacked in the back? No, she fought Shayna. But as far as Nia don't go here, because if you saw that interview, and I thought it was you that sent it to us, but there was an interview that was done with TMZ Sports and Tamina, and Tamina talked about her coming back for the Royal Rumble. And then she talked about it would be great if she came back, like permanently. So from that interview, that made me think that was a one-off. She does not go here.
But you know what? This is another
Hey, Roland Bird.
What's up, Roland? Good to see you in here. This is another reason why I feel like women need to have a mid-card title. Just like on AEW. A TBS championship for the ladies. You got to give these other women something to fight for. You talk about Jey Lee, you talk about Tegan Knox, you even give me somebody else, Schatzi, Dana Brooke. You got women, Meechin. You got women that are good in their own right. I think it's fair to say, and it's unfortunate to say, but I think it's fair to say I do not believe these women have the WWE Women's Championship in their future.
None of them.
But there's not to say that you don't deserve to be a champion, and that's fine. Not everybody can be at the Charlotte, Roman, Cody level.
Mia Yim was awesome in NXT. She was championship material in NXT.
And once again,
they watered her down.
But you brought her back. So I'm saying, give these ladies something to fight for. Look, there's nothing more unmotivating when you go to work and you're just like, hey, why am I here? You're not taking my ideas. You're not listening to me. I just don't want to be here. I just want to go home.
Mm-hmm.
But you're a pro wrestler. You want to be a wrestler. You cut your teeth for years in the indies to get to this spot. You don't do this just to sit at home to be paid.
Right.
To be in the back and catering. You want to wrestle.
Right.
So why not give these ladies a mid-card title? I mean, Dana Brooke looked good with that 24/7 championship, and that championship title looked booty stank. One of the ugliest things I've ever seen in my life. But
Where is she?
She wore it proudly, though.
Where is she?
That's my point exactly. Why don't we have a tournament, a brand new title announced for the women? Now we got a tournament. Now let's invest. We don't have it.
A tournament.
We don't have it because they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They care about the Charlottes. They care about the Ronda Rouseys. And that's a shame. We want to see spread the peanut butter, people. Because in WWE going to hold a pay-per-view in Puerto Rico for the first time in 18 years.
Wow. Yeah.
I hope they get Damian Priest involved in this. My man is Puerto Rican, proud of that heritage.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see Bad Bunny get mixed in here heavily.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's awesome. But that's what I'm saying. You can think outside the box.
Yeah.
When you want to.
Yeah, that's what we needed to do. I feel like the writers are so invested in Roman and Sami that they don't know what else to do with anybody else.
And that's a shame, because that's what I'm trying to get at. We're invested in this bloodline, and this thing's been the best thing WWE's had in a while. We were invested in Bray Wyatt. Even that has cooled off.
That's fell off. Like that. The fact that they weren't there at all, there was nothing.
Even Alexa Bliss. Stop.
Where is she?
See what I'm saying? I find this very difficult to believe that all the money, all the power, all that WWE creative have at their fingertips, and week after week they're just like,
right.
I don't know what to do with you guys. We've been doing this for 50 years. Can't figure it out.
Right.
Really? Where us in here in our little circle, we can figure this out?
Yeah.
Tournament for the ladies. Brand new title. Bring everybody back up. I know that Stand and Deliver NXT's got their pay-per-view. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of mixing with the main stage at WrestleMania.
Man, we 80 strong in here. Maybe you should play that opening video again for the people who missed it, because it was good.
We'll put it up. We'll put it up. I don't want to break the momentum here. We're getting a good conversation, and those that have just joined us, thank you. Hit that like button. It's important for us to get out to the ethers of the universe of YouTube. A&B combos, same as Brock and Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about something they messed up. They can never seem to get Bobby and Brock right.
Mm-mm. And you get us so hyped up for it. So hyped up for it.
Screw it up and then move on. So now you got Brock facing Omos. But yet somehow this Hurt Business thing is still just a heap of mess. You teased it again. Gave us hope. Brought Shelton and the feuding Shelton and Cedric. You brought them back just to keep losing.
And where are they?
They're with Los Lotharios.
In the catering.
In catering. That's crazy, dog. A 3-hour show on Raw.
You can't figure it out.
I'll tell you what they need to do, and I know they've got their other shows, their dark shows and whatnot. If you're not going to do it on the main roster, if you're not going to do it on NXT, then I like AEW Dark. It's on YouTube.
Right.
You can watch it. You've got real matches.
Yeah. They could do the same thing.
Do the same thing. You know, with that ridiculous Raw Underground that we all remember and trying to forget. But like the last hour Raw was Raw Underground. And that was still stupid. It was stupid. It just was stupid. But I'm saying dedicate the last hour to some other stuff. Mm-hmm. Get us excited for some other stuff. Because I'm telling you, once this bloodline train comes to an end, I don't know what they're going to do.
Maybe that's why they're scared. I mean, that's why they haven't done it thus far, because they're scared.
Well, I still feel they jumped the gun with Sami just a little bit. Because look, he's feuding. It's fine. He's losing. Sometimes he gets a win. But, I mean, Cody's coming to his rescue because he can't do it alone. KO don't want nothing to do with him.
Mm-mm.
Right? So, I mean, KO's out of this equation. At this point, I'm fine with it. Mm-hmm. But I still don't know what the landscape of WrestleMania is supposed to look like. Mm-hmm. Don't forget about Rey and Dominik. Well, let's talk about Rey and Dominik. Clearly, they're going to have a match at WrestleMania.
I got a real problem with Rey refusing to put his hands on his son.
Boy, I would have laid hands.
I'm telling you.
In a black household. Woo! My daddy would have laid hands a long time ago.
The minute you just looked at, did you just look at me? What?
Come here. Come talk to me. No. Come on, go over here.
I'm not going to hit you because you're my son. Your son need to be taught a lesson. Clearly, you're not done parenting. So that's killing me. There's one thing to be a face. It's another thing to be a punk and let your kid run wild. That's annoying.
But I kind of dig it. I understand you raised them. This is your boy. My mijo. I can't do it.
But Dominik is finally really, really getting good at he's getting so much better at the microphone, at being a heel, at telling the crowd to shut up. You know what I mean? Like
he's gotten better.
And when he pushes his dad like
as well.
I think that, I feel like we're watching Dominik develop and mature and grow up right in front of us. Like the kid who started a few years ago and who he is right now is vastly different. So that's kind of cool to watch unfold. I'll
tell you what I would love to see, and I know they probably won't, because the Hall of Fame ceremony is almost like sacred ground. Like nothing happens. I would almost love to see some jeering from Dominik. Some way, somehow, a little bit of jeering, just to because it something about the Hall of Fame ceremony it just seems real. Like you're watching the Oscars or something, which is tonight. Don't leave us yet, but it feels like it's a real thing that we're not going to do any wrestling stuff here.
No wrestling.
We're just going to respect our inductees. I would love to see some jeering, you've got like one last shot
for him to break. Because I was wondering that because
his family's going to be there.
He's going to be there. Is he going to break character the night before? Or are they going to be like, go ahead and stay in character? Because we know, I mean, we know that we're in a new season of reality TV. You know what I mean? K-Fab is dead, blah, blah, blah. But that would be awesome.
Or maybe even after Rey accepts, like nothing happens on the stage, Rey accepts, they go backstage, the camera follows him, and his son ambushes him backstage. They have, you know, the little statue, whatever, like that might get broken. Like something happens.
Yeah.
You got to give us something. And people are all like, oh my gosh, Rey beat us at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That would be good. But that also goes into Charlotte and Rhea. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say my predictions. But thus far, I am still not convinced that Rhea is going to beat Charlotte. I like their interaction that they had on the mic. It almost seemed like they kind of maybe wrote it themselves. I don't know. I'm not convinced.
I don't know after Charlotte's performance tonight.
I'm
not
convinced. I'm not convinced. I mean,
hey, Braden.
They had a bad match. I just don't.
Brandon, sorry.
I like the interaction. I'm hoping Charlotte shows up on Raw to somehow interrupt Rhea. I don't know if I want to see Rhea get in there with the whole Judgment Day, unless it's going to be like Cody says, do you need your guys here or can it just be us? So Charlotte will be like, do you need them here or can it just be us? And then she sends them away. And then they have a conversation or something.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if Rhea's getting in her head. I'm not convinced. He went that slickety snake. What?
Oh, he's talking to Zay.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see what the people have to say. Sheamus needs to become the new Intercontinental Champion, Roland Bird. I mean, you ain't lying. It's got to be a banger. Mania is the season finale of every WWE storyline that's going on for a year. Precisely. It's the culmination. It's the grandest stage. I want and I expect to see greatness on a different level. Mm-hmm. I almost expect, and just understand what I'm trying to say. If anybody watched Jon Moxley over the last couple of weeks, my man has been cut open and bleeding like a stuck pig. Their matches went a little overboard. But I'm saying it pushed you to a place emotionally. I want to be pushed to a place emotionally going into WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm basically saying.
Yeah.
They've done it with Jey. With everything, I need to see people go. I want to see people.
Well, maybe that's why they're doing this with Drew and Sheamus.
I want to see MJF throw a drink on a kid emotion over the line. Not that I don't mean that I want to see that. I'm saying I want to see somehow these people start to cross some lines, some WWE PG lines to really get us invested emotionally. So that when we're finally sitting here watching this pay-per-view all together, we're like at a level 10. Mm-hmm. Right now, I feel like I'm at a level 6.
NXT is kind of doing a good job of that with having Waller go backstage and get in Shawn Michaels' face and, you know, talk crap to him and, you know, you were my hero kind of thing too.
And then you bring back Gargano.
Yeah, and they brought back Gargano for that. So I feel like that's interesting. So I feel like they're doing a good job with that. But I do feel like these writers need to step it up. But just because you have one storyline that's gold, and then the other storyline, like, you know, Cody is all part of that now. You got to have more than that. And to sleep on the Bray thing, that's not making any sense to me.
No.
It's not making any sense to me. You cannot let that lie like that. You know, they need to figure that out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're sleeping, not only sleeping on Bray, but you're sleeping on Alexa. You built this thing up with her and Bianca. Mm-hmm. You started to tease this whole thing with Uncle Howdy and all. Then it just dropped.
It's like the M. Night Shyamalan movies or whatever. Like, you know, you'd be like, oh, where's this going? And then you get to the end and you'd be like, that was it? Because he didn't know where they were going and he couldn't think of a good ending. He thought of a good plot, but he needed to hire someone else for his endings. And I feel like they need to get someone else in here to pick up where they drop these balls because it just doesn't make any sense to me.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, take it to over here because I think there's a super chat that is, and I think it's from our super chat champion.
I haven't seen our
Hollywood,
super chat
keep the titles on them. Only WWE bro. King is all over social media. It's all over social media. Wait, what?
What's all over social media?
What's all over social media? Because we're missing it. It's hard to interact and talk at the same time. So
Fighter Jimmy 132. Hey, Jimmy.
Jimmy, what's going on? Good to see you in here. Welcome. Let Roman go to Hollywood. It is time. Yeah, it's time, Dro. It absolutely is time. But again, show up. Show up to work. You're literally a double champion.
No, I think he means let him go to Hollywood, like let him leave and
go
in Hollywood. I'm
fine. I'm fine with you going if you want to go to Hollywood. Like everybody, like John Cena and The Rock. That's cool, great, appreciate it, love it, fine. But you are a WWE superstar. Not only are you a WWE superstar, you are literally the only WWE champion that we have. We have 2 belts. You got them both.
Right.
It's WrestleMania season. You telling me you can't show up to work for 5 minutes of your time? Really? At this point, I almost want him to lose the titles. Not saying that he will. But we will see. But then Cody is the one to beat Roman. I'm sorry, but I'm sticking with it. Mary, I can respect it. His health is on the line. Has anyone seen White Chicks?
Of course.
I've not seen it all the way through, actually.
I've only seen pieces of it, too. That's so funny. I've seen pieces of it time and time again, but I've not actually sat through.
Jimmy Young, hello and good evening to you both. Thank you, Jimmy.
Michael Tolbert. Got a couple of Jimmys in here.
Good question. Anybody? You seen Shinsuke?
So Shinsuke went over, I believe, to wrestle in Japan, but I don't know. But it didn't say that he left WWE.
No.
So he's wrestling in Japan, but why? Well, maybe for a while, but why has he been gone so long?
Let me tell you something. He might still be recovering from sucking out the poison from his opponent's mouth and spitting it back in his face, brother. I've never seen anything like it. That was crazy. Pandemonium. It was mayhem. And I loved every second of it.
That was gross.
You got to go to Japan to showcase the skills that we all know you got. You showcase it on NXT, and then you bring the King of Strong Style onto the main roster. You win the title, you get a little bit of a run, and again, gone.
Drop the ball.
Who was it that was in NXT? The lady who's not going back, Saray?
Oh,
Gone. How do you have stars of this caliber and you just can't seem to figure out what to do with them? WWE, y'all got to get it together.
Get it together.
It's not hard, but apparently it is. Hire us as writers. We'll be more than happy to show you how this thing is supposed to be done. Because I know you watch our stuff. You ding our videos. You take our ideas. Just saying. Just saying.
Okay, there's Richie Bailey.
What's going on, Richie Bailey? Super Chat Champion. Good to see you in here.
You tardy.
But that's all right. That's all right. Super Chat Champion can be late. It's all right. John Lee 45 for life. How are you? Good to see you as well. Jay White does go to WWE. How do you introduce him to casual fans? Gosh, I don't even know.
I feel like they would put him over at NXT and give him a build up there and work him up, because they did the same thing with Solo. Solo had a name on the independent circle. It wasn't like he was brand new to wrestling.
The same thing to Samoa Joe, actually,
which
I thought that was really surprising.
Right. He may not want to come over, though, if he's going to go to NXT. That might be too much of an insult to him. But I couldn't believe they put Solo in NXT, so what do I know?
But they got competition over there.
That's true.
You know, they got people who's not afraid to really get down with the get down.
Right.
So, I don't know. I think it might be up to him where he wants to go. 850, big boy! Good to see you as well. Only care about pushing the people that they feel like they can make the most money. I get that. I do. But
people can make more money if you were to push them, right? You know what I mean? I mean, because they don't create their characters. They in AEW, they create their own characters and storylines. But in WWE, your character is handed to you. Your story, the only person whose character wasn't handed to him was Bray. So, you know.
I think it's a question of these people, everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses, and I say, let these people shine. They know what they can do, and you're just not letting them do it.
I say, let them fight. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no, let them shine.
That's what I'm saying. Take the chain off. You know what I mean? Just have some banger matches. Look, I'm not saying I want to see some crazy blood or
Yes,
thumbtacks every week, because I know you can't do that every week. But I'm saying, like, it starts in the performance center. You've got to change the training. I keep saying this over and over again. You've got to change the training for a lot of these people, especially for the women in the WWE. And then once you do that, then you get on the main roster, you know how to properly compensate, like that beginning with Charlotte, when you intentionally duck and you miss it and you hit it. Just how hard is it to be like, do this and then do something else? It's not hard. But this training, it's like you're on autopilot.
She was on autopilot. That's what I was just going to say. That Charlotte was on autopilot during that, because that doesn't make any sense. You weren't in the moment. If you were, she usually has better ring awareness, better opponent awareness. That's not something we felt tonight. I felt like in general, she was just on autopilot and not connected to the moment.
So I'm saying every match should feel like a solid meal.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to give a match 20 minutes in order for it to mean something. But a match also shouldn't be 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to tell a story. But I'm telling you, man, if you just get back to basics, and everybody gets a turn, give the people something to fight for, give these people some airtime, do something on YouTube, have a WWE Dark, 2 hours on YouTube. The world is your oyster there.
Right.
Just you can do this because we're invested in everybody that we see. But the problem is, if you're dumbing down their characters, what are we supposed to do?
Right.
And then you just take them off TV.
Right.
Most of us don't have the ability to go around the country to go to see all these dark matches. And technically speaking, a dark match doesn't really count unless you make it.
Yeah, because Jey had returned in the dark matches. Jey just hadn't returned on TV.
So it's kind of sad. We have to say.
Oh wait, was that someone else new?
No.
Oh, okay.
No Way. I'm not sure if it's No Way. Welcome.
No Way. Hello.
Brock and Bobby are terrible dance partners. I mean, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Be terrible dance partners, but dag nabbit, if the meal doesn't taste good, put a little hot sauce on there and mask it. Mm-hmm. Make this a no holds barred match. Get some tables in here. Get some chairs in here. I don't want to see disqualification. We wanted to see these Titans go, and yet again, we were robbed of that.
Yeah.
You are the ones that made the match. We didn't.
Right. And then you rob us of the match, and Brock just does a low blow, and I'm like, what a sore loser.
You know what they're capable of. Therefore,
well, maybe he's not capable of it, because we're sitting here thinking we're going to get a really bomb fight, and the minute someone can take it to you, you do a low blow and end it all. So do you not have it anymore?
You got crap. But they keep going back to the Brockwell. The Brockwell. Talk about wasted potential. Raw on the ground was a thing. George Lowry. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Raw Underground was the thing.
That's where we were introduced to Omos.
Yeah, Shane McMahon was running it. Omos was the bouncer.
Dabakota was in there.
Dabakota.
This was supposed to be
it was a ring without
bare knuckle,
and
it was lame. It was terrible.
It was a raised platform ring without ropes. So people are fighting and just knocking into the audience. It was so dumb.
There was Paul Heyman's ECW, then there was Vince McMahon's ECW. The two are not the same.
And honestly, Raw Underground could have some potential. Give us that. Give us that.
You actually had real MMA fighters in there.
Yeah, well, come on now. We would have did something with that. The fact that you had so much potential and was so whack is crazy.
It was whack. Again, waste of time. You wasted our time. You wasted our time. You wasted an hour of our time, and I'm glad it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Roman's going to Hollywood after this. Okay, well, fine. Good riddance.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, go with The Rock. Do whatever. I
do not mind seeing him on the big screen.
Okay, see, you know what?
I mean, just because you know, the big screen, it would be a great for his family, for the,
Yeah, Dominik's actually have been Eddie's son. We still didn't see the DNA test.
He sure did.
Did we get the DNA test?
Right?
I don't know. He favors the milkman as far as I'm concerned. What up, Nas?
Hey, Nas.
They might have bring Ben back at this point.
Oh, no.
Don't say that.
Oh, no.
Don't say that.
No. It's still not as boring as when he was there.
Who, Dexter's behind us, Aries? No, don't say that either. But again.
Oh, and that's another thing that they're wasting. Bring Indy up, put the four of them together. I would, at this point, rather have them turn heel and back Austin and have the way together for them to be wasting Dexter Loomis. Dexter Loomis is good. His character is good. It's creepy. He's good in the ring. Him and Indy were gold. Gold, Jerry. Gold. I need them to figure that out. They already messed up and lost. Let him go once. I'm gonna be so mad if they do it again.
Hey, yeah, you don't even have to call it the way 2.0. Have them back. Austin Theory. If you're gonna turn Legado del Fantasma face,
go ahead and turn them heel. Because Candace is better as a heel anyway. For sure. And then you had the glimmer. You actually brought Dexter back to NXT when you had an emotional Indy on the opposite side of the ring. Turn around. My heart jumped out. We all go crazy. And then you just drop it. What is wrong? I don't understand.
And then there was a little bit of, because she had that note. And we're like, okay, she's going to be a Raw next week. She's going to be a Raw. We know it. Never happened.
Right.
And I love Indy talking big talk. I love it. You got to step it up, but she's also not winning.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like it.
And I know there's rumors about KO and Sami, but there is no indication, none, that KO is trying to get on Sami's train in any way. And I'm not a huge KO fan anyway, but
I almost wouldn't mind Bray Wyatt messing with Dexter. Dexter's crazy.
Oh, that would be so funny. He was
all in the shadows.
That would be so funny.
I wouldn't mind that.
That would be interesting.
That makes sense. Give him something to do.
We got to get to our Super Chat Champions chat.
I got to get there because I know he's there and I don't want to lose him. I don't want to miss him. We got people here. And thank you all so much for joining us for our Saturday Night's Live event on Sunday. It's
love
a thing.
Love it.
Our Super Chat champion right here, Richie Bailey. Thank you so much. We don't deserve it, but we appreciate it. Circle message. I don't know if you guys saw, but there was a clip on Raw this past week during a segment where Cody was seen talking to KO in the background backstage. Looked like they were arguing or bickering. Cody totally trying to get KO to see reason with Sami.
What? No, but I will look that up the minute that we get off of the air because no.
Sami's salty.
Not.
I mean, KO's salty. KO is salty.
Because at the end of the day, Sami was part of the beatdown. He just wasn't willing to kill him and end his career.
Yeah.
But he still was part of the beatdown. I wouldn't be like, okay, now let me help you because you need me, even though you were just beating me down with them the other day. I wouldn't either.
The only reason I would really want to see it at this point, because Cody can't keep coming to Sami's defense.
But Kevin needs it. He don't have a fan base like Sami does right now. It would be smart of him to join with Sami so that he could have the same backing Sami has right now. Why would you jump on that train?
I'd only want to see it if legitimately they will tag and team against the Usos.
Right.
But I'm still saying Jey is somehow going to turn. And if that happens, I mean, he's not going to turn on his brother.
No.
He's going to turn on Roman. But Jimmy seems all in. Just absolutely head in with this. I'm assuming he will then be conflicted about what to do. I assume he'll go with his brother, but I don't know.
I don't think Jimmy will be conflicted. I don't think so.
If Jey turns on Roman, what was Jimmy gonna do?
Back his brother. Jimmy only came to fall in line with Roman because it was upsetting Jey so much that he was undecided. So he was gonna stand his ground and he wasn't gonna be nobody's bitch. And then ultimately he fell in line for Jey.
Now he's all in.
He's all in.
He was the first
Roman
person to
was
super kick
just
Sami.
threatening him. Roman was just threatening him that if, and he might not have said it to his face, but they all got a TV, that if Jey didn't come in line, he was going to hold Jimmy. So you're going to bow down to the person who was threatening you. But if Jey doesn't fall in line, Roman already holds you responsible. How in the world what was there to be conflicted about? Roman already said he would hold you accountable. So if Jey didn't fall in line, Jimmy's still responsible. He has to back his brother.
Yeah, maybe. Thank
Thanks,
you so
Richie
much,
Bailey.
Richie Bailey.
Glad you're here.
I mean, it's I don't know. I like that WWE giving us pay-per-views in different countries this year because I haven't done a pay-per-view in a while. Yeah, I can respect it. Like I said, spread it out a little bit. You think outside the box. Why did a fan attack Bret Hart at the Hall of Fame?
Because he's crazy. People crazy.
Straight up. And that's whenever you see a fan jump into the ring, the little dance that the wrestlers do, that turns real quick. You see some real blows.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a video. I think it was Triple H who was wrestling Stone Cold, and I believe a fan jumped in. I think they tried to tackle or try to grab Stone Cold. Triple H jumped on him and just.
Yeah.
I think it might still be. What was that line? By the time I'm coming out of prison, you might be coming out of your coma. You don't lay hands with a professional wrestler.
Mm-mm. It never goes well.
It never goes well. You know what I mean? Richie with the 50 bomb, yeah, because it's a Super Chat Champions group. Right there.
There was another Super Chat somewhere down there.
There was. I saw it. I'm going to get to it. A and B. So a thing popped in my head about that chat. Random Super Chat Champion. Three Diggles isn't here tonight. No, he is not. Three Diggles has been dethroned. There was some stuff with the mods and stuff, and
haven't seen him since.
We wish Three Diglets well. If he wants to join us again, he's more than happy to. We appreciate just him being here, but no Three Diglets. But we got y'all. We appreciate it.
Oh, damn.
Exactly. Where's Shinsuke? Don't even know. Hi, bro, Francisco Lerma. How are you? Good to see you.
Hello.
Roman brings Brandi into this. Imagine Brandi coming out saying, "Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night?" I know some people doesn't have a way about Brandi. I kind of dig her.
I really don't know why people give her such a hard time.
I know she can be a little rough around the edges, but that could be good.
Right.
And I love the power couple.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Brandi hasn't been in the mix at all.
Yeah.
On camera. I would dig it. In fact, it's a shame that the Bloodline does not have a female in their faction.
I mean, we mention it all the time. It doesn't even make any sense.
Because like Rhea loved to lay hands. Who came out? Beth Phoenix.
Right.
Brandi would come out to defend her man.
Mm-hmm.
I said that about Ricochet. We were watching SmackDown when he was with Braun Strowman. I was like, hold on now. Valhalla got the rook to put the rook on you.
Right.
I said, hold on. This lady's right over here. Just take that ring bell. Bam! Clock Valhalla.
Can you imagine if the ring announcer comes and clocks the wrestler with the...
You don't put your hands on my man. What do you think this is? How you doing? I know that sound. Ding.
I don't think Samantha Irvin sound like that. I want to say.
You know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You got to get everybody involved. It's WrestleMania season, baby. Everybody's in this. It's Hollywood. Come on, man. This is the time to do it.
Hey, Johnny Reynolds.
What's going on, Johnny Reynolds? Good to see you in a relation. I don't know.
I don't think so, but you say that every time.
Every time, Alexander.
Yes,
good to
Roman
see you.
Reigns.
Lazy part-timer. I'm going to say it one more time real quick. It took this long for us to accept Roman Reigns where he is. It is emotion. You put up the ones. It has been absolute amazing for the last 2.5, 3 years, whatever it has been. They've been shoving him down our throats for the longest time, had him beat Undertaker at WrestleMania, still rejected by the people. You got into this business, trained by the American Dream, Dexter Loomis, baby. You brought all that up to get to the point where you are now the guy. You finally reached the pinnacle of the business and you're like, and I want to take a break. Not okay with it.
But were you okay with it when she did that?
She who? No, I was not. Because you don't, generally speaking, you do not get into this business on a whim. Some people kind of fall into it. I'm saying generally speaking. You get into this thing, you train, you go to school, you work in the indies, it takes years. You try out for WWE or AEW, whatever the case may be. They give you a shot, kid. They might give you 2 seconds to be a jobber. Maybe they put you in a dark match. You keep trying.
Security guard. But here's the thing. I don't think I believe AJ Lee when she said that she left because, okay, well, now I made it. I'm champion. I did that. So, okay, now I'm going to move on. She had been a lifelong wrestling fan and said that was her dream. So I think she left because of her man.
Probably.
That's what I think. Loyalty to her man was the real reason she left, because otherwise I think she would still be in it today.
You see the pictures of them as kids holding up the little toy belt, being in the ring, Sasha Banks, whatever the case may be. You do not get into this business when you are these people just like, well, I don't know, just something to do.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, the Mandy Roses, she clearly had a whole other thing going on, and she's doing just fine. She came up, she did her thing, but it wasn't like, well, I don't know what to do with myself. No, I got a whole other thing going on here. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
No, you do not get in this business just to be like, well, just, I don't know. You finally became the guy. Right, they had to bring John Cena in here to embarrass you. And that's what happened. And still could not get over with the people. Finally get over with the people just to pull back? No. So you want to go to Hollywood? Go. Plenty making somebody else who actually wants to be here full time, who actually wants that title. That's how I feel about it. Part-timer. Just saying, man.
Oh, goodness.
Just saying. Solo should have stayed in NXT. I mean, he was there for a cool minute, but that's what I'm also concerned about. You have a faction. What happens when this faction is no more? Right. What happens to Solo?
Right.
Is he going to have a good career? Is he going to stay with his brothers? I don't know. I'm concerned. Who's your guys' favorite WWE superstar? Past, present, or future?
I mean, right, Roman.
I noticed that Ring Super Chat Chamber 3 Jiggles in here, so if he doesn't show up, Rashid made me strip him of the belt. No, Aries. Richie Bailey is our current reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight Super Chat champion of the world. So let's not get it twisted.
Yeah.
3 Jiggles had his time. There's a new champion. There's a new kid on the block.
New kid on the block.
Let's see. Brandi was a great wrestler.
I wouldn't necessarily call her a great wrestler, but she's better than Natty.
Yeah.
All day. She's better than Ronda Rousey, actually. who just gets in there and grapples. Both Ronda and Shayna get in there and try to do very soft versions of their MMA. They don't wrestle at all. And this is a professional wrestling show. So we have some awful female wrestlers on this roster. Brandi would not be at the bottom of the barrel. She would be mid-card.
But again, they're not giving them the opportunity to shine and show their strengths. They're just not. You say, look, we're going to give you 3 minutes to get in here with somebody that you really don't, you didn't have time to script it out, to work it out.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't do the dance. Not to mention, and I've said this several times, your ring gear. Practice in the ring gear before you get on TV. Make sure your kibbles and bits don't pop out. It's not hard. There's a ring there. Just put on the ring gear, run a match.
Right.
Make sure everything is held in. Because TV time is not the time to figure it out. I've done plays. I'm an entertainment guy. You don't just put on an outfit and just shimmy on stage
and hope it works out.
No. Why do we do that in WWE?
Right.
Again, I don't know. Why do we not have the ladies who are the mid-carders facing each other like they had with the men, and you had the Cruiserweight Championship. Cruiserweight Championship for the women.
Right.
They don't care. They just don't care. And it's a shame.
I know there was another super chat down there.
There is, and I'm not gonna miss it.
No, we didn't pass it.
We didn't pass
there
it. Nelson
is.
Thomas.
Thank
How are you, Nelson Thomas?
Appreciate you.
Do you think if Roman retains and the Usos lose at Mania, do you think Roman will turn on them in anger and keep up the great work? Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you for that super chat.
I think that Roman already gets crazy with them anyway. So for sure, if he lost his title, he would turn around to blame it on them. But I feel like at this point, Jay's already ready to turn. So I'm not. He already punked Jay out in the ring the last time they were in the ring together.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if it's going to get that far. I'm wondering, are they going to avoid putting them together until WrestleMania? You can't do that.
I think there's going to be some tension. I think we're going to be unsure. I like the fact that they brought, the one thing I will say I really liked is when Roman talked about when he said, you know what I saw in Sami's eyes? Remember that? He said, I saw everything I needed to see.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was way over here. And they finally brought that back over here. I like that. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be the same thing. I think Roman's going to see something in Jay's eyes that's going to make him.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
You know what I mean? And Uso's going to leave, and he's going to say to the wise man, whatever he's going to say.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very possible, but I think more than anything, I think we might see a shock Roman. I think we're going to see Roman is not sure what to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think we're going to see a very aggressive Roman. We've seen it. We need to see him show up like that.
Hey, Smooth Tea.
Thank
I don't
you,
think
Nelson
we said
Thomas,
hi
for
to
that.
Smooth Tea tonight.
What up, Smooth Tea?
Hey, August 3. Dexter's limited. Dexter's limited for sure. He doesn't speak, and I don't think he would be like a main champion, but he is a lot better than what they're doing with him right now, because they're only using him to back up Johnny, and they're not doing anything with Johnny. And when Johnny came out on NXT, Dexter wasn't even with them.
That's what I'm saying. They're not really doing much with Johnny, so we bring him back into NXT, brought him back home, and that pop he got was outstanding. Now you got Candice and this Nikki thing, which is, again, it's weird. Now you're changing Nikki. You had her a superhero, you made her champion, you brought her back to Crazy Nikki, and now she's like this weird following around puppy dog Nikki, which I'm not quite clear on what's happening. The connection's not there for me. Candice can't even figure it out. It doesn't make any sense. These guys had a whole storyline. They had a whole fact. They had a whole thing in NXT. They were in business. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
You had a powerful Raquel Gonzalez throwing women through walls.
Right.
Y'all.
Right.
Now she's Rodriguez smiling up a storm like she the queen. Come on, dog. You're killing me. You're killing me here.
Killing me, Smalls.
I know we're getting in that time here, but we're going to start to wrap this up. Hey, I love Sami too.
Jey Sean the Dragon. Hey, Jey Sean the Dragon.
It's a great name. We might rename Bone Crusher Jey Sean the Dragon. I don't know. I'm just kidding. This was Vince booking this whole Sami storyline would have ended before the Rumble. Yeah, it would have. He wasn't invested in it, but I mean, it took on a life of its own. That was undeniable. It overshadowed Cody. It just was what it was. But they were able to bring it through and have Cody's. They had to do something to turn that momentum. I think they did a pretty good job at it.
Yeah.
Did a pretty good job at it. Does anyone want to see Brandi Rhodes matches in WWE? I'm not saying matches.
I mean, she could come out by his side just like Scarlett is by Karrion Kross's side. She's not as bad as Scarlett was in the ring. That was one of the most awful things I've ever seen in my whole life. And I'm a huge Scarlett fan, but I don't want to see her wrestle again.
She could be like Maurice. Maurice is not wrestling, but she still plays a factor.
Yeah, it's about being a power couple. Yeah.
Power couple.
We're not, yeah.
Power couple. And it's also a good way to kind of rewrite your story a little bit. We know she got a little bit of a reputation over in AEW. Cool. Well, you know what? Let's come over here. Let's change it. Like we watched, I think it was biography on Lex Luger. And my man had an ego forever. And he got out, and then he came back to WCW, and he changed his attitude. And they said the wrestlers didn't want him in there. Eric Bischoff didn't want him in there. They offered him money that was an insult, and he took it because he thought he would turn it down.
Right.
And he proved everybody wrong when he came back at that time.
Yeah. Just because someone isn't good, like everybody has different points of their career. Like he said, nobody was giving Roman a chance for the longest time. John Cena couldn't get over in the beginning either. There is plenty of people who weren't great in the beginning. The whole point of someone's career is that you improve as time goes on. So just because you're not great at this level doesn't mean that 3-4 years later, you're not going to be great. I mean, look at the growth that we've seen in Austin Theory. And I was just saying, look at the growth we've seen with Dominik in these last couple of years. Yeah, it's a lot. So people grow, people change. You got to give people room to do that.
Absolutely. Mary, you make a good point as well. I don't know if Vince is doing any running. I don't know if he's doing any suggestions. You know, we had a lot of hopes with Triple H. I'm not willing to say that it's all doom and gloom yet. We got a few weeks before Mania. Let's see what happens. Rickety Bone Crusher is right here.
Knocked out.
She's doing that sleep.
You running in your sleep?
Running in your sleep. I don't know what's going on over here. Oh, she just woke up. Y'all talking about
that?
Me?
Is so funny. You want to come say
and
hello?
her ears over her face, like the comb over. She kind of looked like Justin, like the old school Justin Bieber.
You want to come say hello?
You look crazy, Bone Crusher.
Oh my gosh.
You look crazy.
Oh
Super chat right here from Aaron Drew. Thank you, Aaron Drew.
Thank you, Aaron Drew.
What's up, family? Right here with that heart emoji. I really do think Jey only came back with Jimmy. And let's not forget Roman was pushing Jey in the face.
Honking him out.
Before Sami separated Jey, I think Jey cost Roman at WrestleMania.
Nobody disagreeing. Nobody's disagreeing.
So ultimately what we are saying here is Jey is in fact a Judas.
Mm-hmm. He undercover. He's an undercover brother.
Oh, that's a whole different meaning.
That is a whole different meeting. We're just going to roll that back.
We're going to roll that back. Be kind and rewind that statement. Yeah, I'm telling you. My soul is unsettled with this. My soul is unsettled with a face Legado del Fantasma. I don't like it, but I like that super chat. Aaron Drew, thank you very much. We appreciate you as always.
We got to wrap up. My back is killing me.
Three Douglas will be missed. Yes, indeed. I think Jey might call from MC. There you go.
Hey, Wesley Franklin.
There you go. Dear God, no, please don't brand. She was so cringe on AEW. Give her a chance. Give her a chance. I don't necessarily want to see her wrestler. I don't mind her slapping people, maybe hitting somebody in the in the gonads. I like a good power couple. Give her a chance to redeem herself. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Yeah, I let KO just frustrated. We're all frustrated. We're all frustrated.
Wait, did you just pass over someone named Liv? No. Liv in here?
No. We'd never pass over someone named Liv. Was Liv Morganson here?
Look, right here.
Liv. Oh, I did. Do you guys think, okay, I apologize. Let me read your statement. Do you guys think someone should be added in the SmackDown Women's Championship match at WrestleMania like Liv Morgan? Because I feel the story between Rhea and Charlotte is kind of dull.
I mean, the storyline between Asuka and Bianca is kind of dull, actually. But no, I think I think Rhea and Charlotte would have enough star power. I think that they are the two strongest names outside of Bianca in the WWE, and I don't think that they need to share that moment with anybody else.
I don't fully agree, but I also don't fully disagree with you, homeboy. Let me tell you what I want to see. This is going to sound crazy. Just hear me out and we'll get out of here. If anybody in here, maybe some of the brothers and sisters might have, I don't know. If anybody in here saw the old school Rocky 3 movie with Clubber Lang, Mr. T, also former WWE person, did a little thing back with Hogan back in the day. If you remember, there was the scene in that movie where he is training. You have Rocky just fighting some nobodies, just blowing through. But you had Clubber Lang training hard, destroying everybody. That's what I actually would like to see from the challengers of these respective matches. I would like to see Rhea Ripley strong run. I want to see some matches, just brutality. That's our whole thing. Brutality. We got this much darker Asuka. I'm fine with the mist and all that. I want to see brutality. I want to see strong style. What I basically want to see is Clubber Lang, so that when we finally get to the dance, we're thinking, I don't know what we're going to see right now.
Right.
But these opponents were looking strong. They ran through everybody. I want to see the challengers like you have a new person debut and they just beat up nobodies. I want to see them get into the ring with people of like the Tegans, the Danas.
Yeah.
And be Clubber Lang. I don't think that's too much to ask. It's going to make them look strong so that if they won the title, we're not surprised. But if they don't win the title, you still can't be mad at it because we know we're about to get a banger match.
Yeah.
Again, not hard. But you gotta give us, it's a little dull, because that's what I said. Their interaction today was better than the match she had with Schatzi, but I wasn't still like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see this match.
Hi, Greg. Welcome.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, acknowledge A&B combos. Thank you, Jose.
Thank you, Jose. You. Welcome.
So we'll be fine. Yeah.
Julie, is that Julie?
Julie Wilt.
Hello.
We got a lot of people coming in here tonight.
TJ
Thank
Johnson,
you guys.
Hello.
What up, Quantaven? What's going on?
Hey, Quantaven.
Firefighter Jimmy, we saw you in here. Oh, Richie Bailey. You didn't have to do it. You didn't have to do it, Richie Bailey, but you did it. Thank you, Richie Bailey. Circle message. Random question. If WWE offered y'all a job today, which positions in the company would you want to work in? Wrestler is an option.
Nah, writing is way more important. I'm on this side of the health bracket with wrestling, and I'd be out injured so fast. I mean, my back was hurting from sitting here, so I think that time has passed. But writing, I got 1,000,001 ideas. I mean, we love writing stuff together. That's why we also have a channel with skits on it, because we both are writers. And so I think for me, it would be writing stuff.
For me, I'm going right to the top. Executive Vice President of Creative.
Okay.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah, for sure.
You would see me on every brand. Raw, NXT, SmackDown. And more importantly, the Performance Center. Here's what I expect. I'm going to show people tapes of what are good matches, both male and female, and what are crap matches, both male and female. And let me tell you what I expect. And it starts with the training. So I'm going to tell the trainers, I'm going to look them all in the eye, and I'm going to say, if you all are not capable of getting your wrestlers up to snuff to do this, you're fired. We'll find somebody else who can. Can you or can't you do it? Are we good?
Right.
Get to work. I want to see you in a month. Let me see what you got. We get a new title. First off, then we redesign the championship belts. Those tag team titles for the men's, gone.
Yeah, they're so ugly.
Trash.
So ugly.
We already have redesigned belts in AEW. When's the last time we saw something in WWE?
Mm-hmm. That dumb U.S. title, which is ugly too.
Trash. Okay, gots to go. I would. That's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has to start from the top, but you got to start at the bottom.
Yeah.
And that's where the change comes in, and then you would see that across the board. Nobody's wasted talent. The people that we like on NXT, we're not going to dull you down. The badass that was Shayna Baszler would be again. I'm passionate about it because I love this business, as Booker T likes to say. I love this business like a pot of neck bone, baby. And I want to see it thrive, and I want to see good stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Thank you, Richie Bailey, for that super chat. We appreciate you so much.
Richie Bailey, you going to WrestleMania? Okay, so on that note, since you said you want to show what is good and what is bad, why don't we show them what was bad one more time on our way out? Hey, the Loud family.
Yeah, Michael Cole. We all know you're watching. We know you are. The Loud family. The Loud family. Hey.
That's family right there.
That is family right there. Welcome in here. Nelson Towns with a super chat. If not Cody, do you think Jey will dethrone Roman?
No, I do not see it being Cody. So
no, I think Jey will play a part
and helping it, but no.
I do not see him, and that's fine. Go down in history as one of the best most decorated tag team champions ever. Future Hall of Famers, without a doubt. But I see him being heavyweight champion? No. I do not, sir. But you never know. You never know. The Loud family, yeah, it is a lot. What?
Oh, she's talking. She's reacting us talking.
Really seeing me. Hey, y'all, it's okay, Loud family. It's all right. Now that I know the Loud family. If you get Hybrid W, I don't think you could still have a YouTube channel. If I'm the head of creative, we'll work that out.
All right.
We'll work that out because you also need to be able to take some critique. Like in the comments in our channel, plenty of people critique our stuff all the time. We say be respectful and we will respond in kind. If you get out of pocket, we're going to let you know. But WWE needs to be able to take some critique from their own people because clearly you're not seeing what we're seeing. You let these people do these ridiculous, nonsensical matches all the time and just letting it go on.
And Renee has her own YouTube channel, even though she's a commentator for AEW. So
indeed,
I think that we can make that work.
So we appreciate you guys.
We do. And we're going to show you one more time what a bad match is and what we don't want to see.
This was the open that we did for those that missed it. It's just a little tongue-in-cheek. But this is Schatzi and Charlotte Flair. It's kind of blurred so we don't get copyright. But here's what it was. So that's basically what it was, right? Like you ducked and covered. She missed you because you ducked intentionally. The heel of her foot just barely grazed the back of her head.
If that.
And what do? You pop up and you nattified your face. Like, do you understand that she came nowhere near your face because you ducked?
You don't ask for a WrestleMania match to show your power, and while Rhea's out there, do that bad. Like, I've never seen Charlotte do that bad, and I don't want to see it again, Miss Flair.
Because again, we know everybody has a bad night.
Yeah.
But no, you are the queen. Woo! 14 times. World heavyweight champion, and she's having a hard time holding those alligators down. Woo! So nothing about that, and nothing about her interaction with Rhea made me go, yes, get the popcorn, buckle in. WrestleMania is going to be a banger. Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind her interaction with Rhea, but she's more dominant when she's a heel. She don't know how to do a face. She didn't plan on being a face. The audience turned her face, and she's trying.
A heel Charlotte, let me tell you something. When she walked out of the ring, she would have brushed against Rhea like boom.
Mm-hmm.
We could have had that. Even that little moment like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
absolutely.
No, she didn't.
Absolutely.
No, she didn't. Then Rhea's not gonna take that. Gets up to her. They get into the face, but then she backs up. She backed up. Because look at she want to do something to him.
Bust a move.
Bust a move. That's what I'm saying. Head of creative. Little stuff like that. Write it in. Make it happen. Can't figure it out. Can't figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I just can't understand why. I really can't.
All right.
All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all. Hit that like and subscribe on your way out.
Thank you, Shayla.
Come on now.
Yeah.
I know Sophie Dopey does the same thing, always giving us that props. We appreciate that. Charlotte Flair ain't got no flair after all. Woo! That's a shame. Charlotte is a robot. I mean, we'll
say. Tonight she was, but
it's not good.
I mean, that match she had with Becky, the match she's had with Sasha, their first cage match. I mean, that stuff was not robotic.
Come on. Don't say bye to the people.
Love you too, Richie Bailey. We love all you guys. And Bone Crusher wants to say good night.
Finally woke up a little bit. Bone Crusher! For those who have not been to the channel before, this is our channel mascot, Bone Crusher. She's a little floppy moppy right now. Woke up from a nap. She got bedhead. This is our channel mascot. We love her to death. She's a Shih Tzu Terrier. And she's just all love. All bark. No bite. Unless you try to take her snacks away.
Yeah.
Then she gets a little cranky. Then I gotta woo! Let her know about herself. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. And yes, come back. We will be doing 1 hour, the last hour of Monday Night Raw live watch along because you asked for it and you got it.
Yep, come back.
Live watch with A&B Combos.
Come back here.
Wrestling Edition. Thank you to all of our super chatters. Thank you to everybody that just joined us for the first time. We hope you enjoyed it and had a good time. We hope you come back and watch our lives, our reactions. We got a lot of stuff for you guys. Thank you guys. Yes. On behalf of Bone Crusher, we will say good night.
Good night.
Good girl.
Put up the Super Champions belt at the end. Let everybody see his belt.
I gotta, This is the belt. This is the belt right here. Yeah. Super Chat Champion.
Richie Bailey.
You want to get this belt right here, son? You want to get this belt? Come and get some. Clubber Lang, Richie Bailey into submission. But I don't know. Richie Bailey be coming with the hard hits. But what's he say like Clubber Lang? What you got for him? Pain. That's it.
All right. Good night, you guys.
Good night, everybody.